have that sign of life, if they have that capability of putting up that early battle against the X-Chiefs. But we know this game is set up with the X-Chiefs ahead. We'll see how this pistol plays out.
Getting underway into a CT start for Rooster, so decent opportunity for them to try and get some rounds on the board early here on Nuke. Oh, it might be a full start here. Soju's calling something in the chat. He's not happy.
Always the way, the hype intro, everything. We're getting into the action. We're not. We're teasing you guys today. Hawker, stop with the caster button. Just press start. Come on.
I don't know if I've heard about this bug that he's talking about before. He said when he jumps, he falls through the floor.
Okay.
From his perspective.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard about that either.
Yeah, that's scary.
All right, well, the floor is lava, and apparently the floor is non-existent here on the server at the moment. So hopefully we can get that resolved. And once again, Louis, hit the hype. Let's go again. Run it back, because this is definitely starting to look a little rough. So hopefully we can get back into the action as quickly as possible. You see on the top right, if you guys missed the pre-show, we have got Nuke, Overpass, and Mirage as the 3 maps. We were discussing whether or not we thought it would go to a third. Well, I think that all just depends on the performance out of Rooster on their map pick of Overpass. Right, Chiefs, Nuke is a must.
Two teams that are very familiar with each other too in this region, playing a lot in the last few months. Even just within the last month, honestly, they've played each other about 3 times. So definitely 2 teams that will know each other well. And it's cool to see that they have gone for a switch up in the veto here. Considering when they previously play, they generally seem to pick similar maps, seem to play similar maps in the pool. Nuke is one we were definitely expecting, but that Overpass was a switch up and one that I think could be warranted coming in from Rooster, considering we haven't seen much of X-Chiefs on it. Here we go, though. We should be ready to get back into it for real this time, Dinko. Go ahead. Oh, never mind. We're chilling. We're chilling.
What are you doing?
Look, we're conducting the crowd. We're pretending to get them excited. It's all a good time.
You're playing with their feelings, Alex. Don't play with people's feelings like that. Oh, they get excited about the game and it's not happening. Hopefully,
I'm keeping them on their toes, Dinko. I'm keeping them suspenseful.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get started, but we can talk about the previous results in this competition for the teams playing on the server right now. For the X-Chiefs, they started their battle against Order, and it was a 16-4 loss on Nuke, and a 16-13 win on Dust 2. Interesting, the Chiefs are going with this Nuke pick, feeling much more comfortable playing up against the Rooster side of things when it comes to Nuke than they did against Order. It was a much closer affair on Dust 2 for them, and they took a 2-0 win over Vertex later on in the competition to get to this point. Humongous is currently the 5th highest rated player in the event as well with a 1.17 rating, so keep an eye out for him. And Blitz also follows him in the top 8 with a 1.09 rating. And for the Rooster side of things, they've got Shipka in. He's been kind of in and out of the roster, but he's finally looks like he's going to be here and staying right up until the end. Well, they are the final best of 3. And finally, we are getting live. This is a real one, Hawker. This is where you can get the hype going.
There we go, getting underway into our first map of the day here in this all-important best of 3. Winner makes it through to the main event. Loser doesn't get any further opportunities here in this closed qualifier. Underway into Nuke. X-Chiefs getting some early utility, smoke in towards main. Rooster will have to respond to that as the yard control is being taken by that one man on the X-Chiefs side.
We're going to try and hold height. Blitz has come through with a brilliant headshot. That's going to give X-Chiefs the man advantage. Now into the site. Danny G peeking over the top of Heaven. Has looked down and got one. 4v4 with that bomb starting to get over towards the site. But Danny G, he's not stopping. He's murderer right now up from Heaven. Luckily, a kill has come in from Gump, so it is a 3 versus 3 at the moment. X-Chiefs have turned this around into a winnable situation. It's all about dropping back into these post plants, using the cover of the vent and the hut. And one player down below and in the site itself to make sure. And finally, this attempt for the retake starts to come through as Danger with one quick headshot. Gump trying to hold the angle, needs to line up. Spud Riker in with a headshot. It's all on Maker inside of the site. He's got to step up huge at the start of this pistol. He's doing a lot of damage. He's getting a lot of kills. But there's no ammo left in the gun. Onto the defuse. Rooster go, and Danger will find the pistol.
With the kit, they knew they had a good amount of time to work with, but with the low ammo left on that player on the silo, they knew that they could just force the fights together, and even if some kills went against them, they were going to have a good chance to trade it out. That looked so good for X-Chiefs to begin with, though. They get that early kill out through Hut. It seemed like that little bit of noise made at Yard did draw some of the attention from Rooster away, but they're able to get back towards A in time for some kills to keep the round competitive. And speaking of competitive rounds, we might have another one here, Dinko, because with that bomb plant, X-Chiefs are happy to go for the full spy. Couple of AKs too.
Yeah, that's always scary, right? When the T's have the AKs out. Yeah, real messy for the CT side. It's first fight starts to come through. Down into ramp Gump. Okay, to apply that pressure onto Spudwrecker. Definitely one of the best names in Counter-Strike, of course. Spudwrecker. Some utility still available here for the X-Chiefs. Humongous with a double flash, smoke, and molly. Gump not only does he have the AK, but it's also got a double flash and smoke. They're going to take their time, throwing one smoke in towards me and a deeper one in for CT held position. It's actually a good setup here for X-Chiefs. They're getting a lot out of what little they have to play with, and they've still got a smoke down as well. They're going to start trying to play for the ramp hit.
And this will gain them a lot of ground without being spotted towards ramp. They have been seen at Yard, I believe. Danny G would have spotted that out briefly, but look at how much ground they gain towards B before they start to make noise.
Yeah, Gamp's trying to run forward. He's going to try and make this AK sing. It's down in the lower bomb site. There's only 25 seconds left. They're going to start looking for that plant eventually. Maker has found Spudwrecker. The low HP player brought down, and this looks like it's going to be the X-Chiefs' confirmed win in the second round forced by. It's always a tough round to swallow for the CTs, but it's one that happens often, right? It's not just the fact that it's Rooster conceding this one. It happens to the best of teams. The T force buy is just so good once they get that bomb plant in the pistol.
And X-Chiefs did a good job at being able to get into a position where they could just force that plant so damn quickly. Fuzz making a bit of noise towards Yard, using a couple of smokes. That drew the attention of Rooster away from ramp, so X-Chiefs able to slip through the cracks to get down to this B bomb site. And from there, if you just get one quick kill, you can very easily get that bomb down, put the onus on Rooster to have to start to try to retake. And once they lose those further fights, the round goes falling with those players. So back to an even scoreline and back to a position where X-Chiefs should be confident that they can get off to a strong start here. They do have to contend against some saved guns from Rooster, though, into this round. Danny G keeping that M4, Chelios keeping the Scout. But all in all, X-Chiefs will be happy with the position they put themselves in.
Yeah, he's happier if they win this round. So far, it's so good. Gump on the double kill. Danny G and Spudwrecker trying to push through ramp, trying to apply some of that early pressure. Ends up just getting toyed with and destroyed, and Blitz on the double holding the lobby hit as well. Rooster not getting much out of this one. X-Chiefs are going to be looking at 2-1 on the board, and has been an impressive start for them. After losing the pistol in what was a very close affair, they come back swinging as soon as they get some better weapons in their hands, and Chelios, the last remaining player, starting to come back in from ramp. Clearing out the vending machines. No one there, though. He does have a Scout. A couple of players have been damaged up, so maybe Chelios can bring some down to the grave with him. And that's been spotted now, and that's one pick for Chelios. He actually spots the M4A4 as well. Not a bad save if he gets it into the next round. He's actually going to drop back into ramp. They're not pushing him. They're not going too aggressive and hunting this player down. They don't want to lose more members. So instead, they're going to send Maker over towards Hell and see if he can get a better angle to try and take this M4 out of Chelios' hands. Chelios has got into the corner near the window. Maker is starting in this flank, needs to get the perfect timing, and they won't actually cross each other just yet. Eventually, finally, Maker will get his shot off. 2-1. The Chiefs eliminate every weapon for Rooster, and we now enter what is going to be an eco for the CT side. So we're looking at a 3-1 scoreline, almost confirmed.
And I do like that Rooster tried to take initiative in that round with the ramp aggression, but once it gets cut down early, it's so hard to come back into that round. You really are relying on that ramp aggression to get you a trade at least. And there are certainly scenarios where the player holding ramp has a tough time holding against the double pushes like that. But this time round, Gump was ready to deal with it, and that was always going to put X-Chiefs in a position where they were likely to close the round. They put themselves in a position where they should be getting off to a 3-1 start with good money built up.
I love how much Counter-Strike has damaged you, Hawker. It's just like, you don't even feel confident to say this is a round win. You have to preface everything in Counter-Strike. You can never really know for sure what's going to happen. Soju hunting down the lower B players. Spudwrecker has taken significant damage. The FAMAS is coming in with a double kill. Danny G and Spudwrecker both down. They will try their best to make something happen to this, but it's just one kill for Shipcut. The X-Chiefs, they are losing another player. Chelios up on the other side of the map has an AK in his hands. From Chelios, I immediately think about saving this one. Doesn't really look like that's going to be too easy for him. He goes into Secret, humongous on the side. Should be a kill for Chelios with a high ground. He's got the advantageous position, but utility advantages and a second player in behind him. Flash did catch out Chelios. Forced him into the fallback, and Maker removes the AK forcefully from his hands, but they lose 3 players in that round, X-Chiefs. That's quite significant.
Their money's still pretty damn good across the board, though. They're actually in a position where they're feeling nice right now. And we are going to get those AWPs out. Blitz and Chelios, both the highest rated players for their respective teams in the last 3 months. That AWP matchup will be fun to watch out for, especially here on Nuke. There's definitely options on both sides to get those early kills. Generally, the T-side AWPer will find most of its success towards Yard, but Blitz was looking for the pick towards Squeaky, which is certainly an option. The smoke up, though, denied that from happening, so no AWP fights so far in this round. Oh, boost around the corner for Blitz, trying to just find that different angle on ramp. But again, no fights given to this AWP right now. He's looking, but they are playing it safe against him. I do like this from X-Chiefs. They search for a pick with the AWP for the first 30 or so seconds, and then once that doesn't work, they go back to the Yard smokes. Chelios, though, can peek into the flames, and this is a lot of information for his team.
I love this from Chelios. Just the fact he's sticking around when it's getting hot and heavy, when it's getting difficult, he's still around there, still causing problems. Now with 40 seconds left, it looks like the T-side are about to explode in towards A. Danger up on top of Hut. He has a great position for this. Another smoke being used by Danny G. That's actually going to slow it down further. X-Chiefs are in a real tough spot now. There's only 28 seconds left. They're making some noise. They know they're inside of the Hut, but do they come out in towards A? The answer is just going to be no. They're going to run down in towards ramp. And if they want to get into B, there's already a player down there waiting for them.
Spudwrecker tucked into the corner. Here, Ruby steps over the top, but he's traded out quickly by Soju. His teammates trying to get into position, but X-Chiefs are fighting their way out of this one. Danger in the corner has been hunted down, and Danny G unable to deny the bomb plant. X-Chiefs just stay compact, stick together, and make sure they win all those fights at the end so that they can confirm the round, because it's a position where Rooster had the info, but X-Chiefs is so good on these trades.
And it is real rough right now for Rooster. You have all the perfect setup. You have the smoke down in 30 seconds. You force them into the ramp play. You already have a player rotated down. Everything is looking good on paper for Rooster, but X-Chiefs, like you said, it's just that individual ability, being able to keep these rounds within touching distance and keep themselves ahead. 4-1 now. Again, Rooster back to that old familiar sting of the low tier buy. As the Deagle's out once again, Spudwrecker holding. Gump's head is showing, but Spudwrecker not connecting anything. And finally, the amount of players it took to take him down and get rid of him. And that opens up their chance in towards B. Danger has blocked that flashbang. He's actually munched on it. Nice little break. Now he peeks into the open, heads on to Gump. Spray through from Humongous is only good for 1 kill. And Shipka's come in with that Deagle body shot. Maker hears him dropping back into position, but a 3 versus 3 with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. X-Chiefs will be happy about just having this lower sight for the time being.
They're still not feeling 100% safe on this lower site. You can see Blitz looking at a couple of different angles, and wow, Soju on the lurk has been caught out entirely. That's an AK into the hands of Danny G. The bomb should get planted briefly for X-Chiefs, but they're still scared, they're still not sure. And now, that's going to give even more time for Rooster to get into position.
Flash. Oh, it allows Make it a peek. It wasn't effective, but still able to pick up the kill nonetheless. And Blitz holding towards Decon. The CET's in a great spot to try and win this, to double up into the AWP, and that is all that it requires. Around the Rooster should not have won. A round they did not expect. Shit, that traded the AK. Okay, that's a decision. But yeah, it was solid to see, you know, Blitz in this situation. It's impossible with that AWP to try and pull off this 1 versus 2 when they just run you down from Decon like that.
Rooster will be very happy with how that plays out for them. They get their second round win. And they get a chance to try and build some success here on the CT side. Smoke down into door again. Blitz has been looking for that pick in a couple of occasions now. Not successful so far, though, with the early utility deployed. Chelios on the other side decides to drop down the vents and play in that secret position yet again. Last time X-Chiefs didn't commit to Yard with the smokes. We'll see if that's a different story this time, because they are lining up the utility. Yeah, again, Chelios is here to try and meet them.
That's
a better molly.
Yeah, that's much better. And a lot of damage ticked quickly onto Chelios, who is now down to 29 HP. Under a minute left, and it looks like this utility wants to hit this A site.
I think Chelios has peaked up again, though, so they should be aware it's not the Yard play. They should be ready on this A site.
Yeah, this is going to be easy for Chip Counter. The molly's on point. Humongous in with a double kill. Danny G able to get one. Chelios trying to help out, and they've been able to turn it into a 2 versus 2, but that is short-lived because Gump quickly on the headshot finish. Bloodwrecker pulled in from heaven. He heard the tap and the bomb, decided to peek over, but now confirmed that is the fake plant. There's that one way to try and isolate some of these fights as he comes out of heaven. Blitz has got the angle locked in though with this AWP. It's hard to see a way in which Spudwreck can get anywhere near this bomb at this point. With the setup they've got in this post fight, it should be enough. And Gump, a fantastic 3K in the round. Humongous on those huge entries as well. That's a brilliant reply from X-Chiefs.
Rooster are getting all the information they need to be ready in these rounds, but the takes are just so good from X-Chiefs. In the earlier round, when they went towards lower, it was more about how they were able to trade and stick together and use their strength in numbers to win out on those fights. But in this one, it's just down to that excellent utility initially to flush out those early 2 players, gets them those early frags, and that's what allows Gump to be able to focus on towards that main position, get 2 important kills and win them the round. And now, unfortunately for Rooster, they may get an early kill, but they've got more work to do here with a half buy in this round.
Maker immediately getting the reply kill, but they have taken lobby. At least they did. Danger's going to go down the vent instead. Hung around, he would have found a T walking into them. X-Chiefs now pushing down into the lower bomb site. It's another kill for Humongous.
Oh no. That's the bomb.
Yeah, the bomb. Dropped in lobby, and an AK up for grabs as well there for Chelios. This is a bit of a nightmare for X-Chiefs. They got to figure out how they're going to get this bomb back.
Is Chelios sticking with the scout? Oh, he's giving his AK to a teammate who has higher health and the Kevlar.
Yeah, big brain. He's a team player, Hawker.
It's just eats so much of the clock too. You have to clear all these angles in lobby.
Yeah, but they could just quickly take that and drop back ramp. They're not really getting that info, but here they come anyway. The AK picked up. Oh, he gets 2 kills. He gets off for the second. And now Humongous in a 1 versus 2 clutch. 23 seconds to do it. He has got the bomb on his back, but coming back into A, he has spotted Shipka. Although the same can be said, Shipka sees him Humongous needs to worry about the second play. Does well. And now it's a 1 versus 1. Chicken pushing forward. Humongous with the clutch. 4 kills. An unbelievable turnaround in the final seconds of the round.
Oh, you think the scout shot's going to be enough to set up this Deeg for success? Shelios playing close, did well to get the shot to the body, and then Shitka just needed a body shot of his own, but Humongous does well to fake out the plant, realize that the player would probably push him from above, and he goes ahead and hits the spray to the body quickly. Great effort there from Rooster in that round. They brought it so close, but not meant to be this time. And now it's back to the ramp play. Spudwrecker has been caught here before, but this time he plays safe straight away.
Throw that. Oh, wow. Right through the smoke. Okay, Humongous is on one. He is looking to try and get Chiefs. An incredible performance here. Shelios is going to start dropping back in behind that molly. Man advantage for X-Chiefs, trying to lock in the bomb plant. And Rooster looking for the retake. It is going to be quite a difficult retake to come through, especially with no kit on their back, Hawker. The issue is, you know, as soon as this scenario happens, as soon as it's such a quick take without any replies or kills coming through for the defense in the initial duels, the tough pill to swallow, but the one that has to be taken is the save call. And it's just such a terrible situation to be in because you've been waiting for so long to just get enough money to get a buy, and then this happens.
It would be even worse if they were to lose some more guns at the end here. At least they can save 4 rifles right now. Humongous may have something to say about that though. Danger close around the corner, but Humongous doesn't stray any further. They're happy to keep their own guns into this next. Oh, that's a shame for Spudwrecker, because you see on that ramp fallback, he could have just fallen back further towards the site, but he tried to get a bit tricky. He tried to play in the midst of that smoke. Maybe if he hears those players pushing the right side, he himself can push that smoke and start to get in behind them, start to cause chaos. You can understand why he'd want to make that play, but the T's just spam the smoke themselves. Spudwreck had no way of knowing that was going to happen. At least they can save those guns and continue with a full buy. Early spam goes both ways towards Hut. Small bit of damage done to both teams. This time, X-Chiefs back to a slower play, and that's something worth mentioning. They really switched up the pace in that round, which is something Rooster hadn't had to deal with too often. So just catching them out with the quick play in the previous is nice, and now they go back to their slow play style.
They throw those smokes in towards outside. It's a wall of smokes created towards main. Let's give you garage control. And Rooster's actually going to send a player down in towards Secret. Already Soju is pushing down here though. I get a heads up engagement between Danny G and Soju in just a second. Danny G's just playing that real tight shoulder angle with a piece of utility pulled. So if he just spots a slight pixel of Soju, pops down that smoke and drops back in behind it. There you go, X-Chief starting to play in for this A side attack. Danger's going to be the first contest. He won't get himself one. Humongous takes him down. They're going to drop to the vent. That's going to turn Danny G's attention behind, but he wasn't quick enough. He had no idea that was coming through. And X-Chief, they perfectly executed this one. But look at Spudwrecker. Rotate down into the ramp, and he's got a double kill.
Oh. He's turned it into a third, and the bomb is too far gone for Blitz. He can't get back in time. That play from Spudwrecker is all they need to win the round. He's the hero of this one. Gives Rooster their 3rd round win. Oh, he's just closed the door on the dead body. Made a funny noise. But yeah, Rooster. I mean, in the previous round, Spudwrecker's the man who obviously gets caught. So that is a good comeback to have in that round. Coming in onto those low health players, and it looked like Humongous had made the difference there with those 2 early kills. You feel as though X-Chiefs are going to get down to that lower site too quickly. Spudwrecker was the one man they couldn't account for, and despite being 7-3 up, X-Chiefs decide they want to take a timeout ahead of this one.
And you can't blame them. There was there's a few of those rounds now where X-Chiefs are getting caught out by some of the weaker weapons, maybe losing too many members, coming a little too close for comfort. So they're just gonna try and fix what small parts of that round were wrong, because it was overall a pretty solid round, Hawk. I love the idea. I think it was solid coming out of them, but unfortunately that rotation down to ramp was something you just didn't really account for. To hop right back into the action. It's an ult for both sides. Blitz pulling that out. Latisse gonna be pushing down early on. No, the ult. Machelio tries to get something towards Decon, but has to jump down into the vent.
The early utility has been pretty solid from both sides to stop those AWPs from having much early impact. In fact, in general, those AWPs haven't been able to sing in the way you might expect them to, considering they are the two best performers on their respective squads. In comes the aggression from Shipka. Flash play was popped in towards Hut, and it pays off for him. He gets away with an early kill for his team, gives them a clean 5v4 advantage. X-Chiefs will continue to run their play towards Yard, not following up behind these nades though. Again, Chelios was looking from Secret. He's taken huge damage from the molly. But Danger's ready at door. Oh, it's 2 for 1. He didn't even see that second man, but he gets him straight through the smoke. And with the bomb tumbling to the ground, X-Chiefs are almost certainly just going to have to accept the loss in this round.
That's not what you expect to see out of a tactical timeout, right? You know, you're just sitting in that tac pause, you're saying, coming up with a solution into the next round, you just get absolutely destroyed as soon as you enter the next round. To at least take one member down on the CT side, who's doing his best, but even then, it's a difficult fight. Danny G just looks down and works with that all post. 2 kills picked up, can't get down the Venom time though, and Shipka is going to catch him as he falls. Another round for Rooster. He's trying to make a meal out of this first half. It did look a little worrying for me when X-Chiefs were just dominating most of the game, but here go Rooster. They're coming back into it.
And I'm not sure X-Chiefs have done enough with their Yard plays to really make Rooster respect those smokes right now. We're seeing Chelios sometimes even sit in the molly just to try and spot if there are any players committing behind those Yard smokes. I wouldn't mind a round where X-Chiefs just properly, fully commit down Secret and just show that they are willing to do that. And that could be the round we've got on the cards right now. They've gone for the early smokes. One of them taking a long time, and oh, straight through the smoke. Chelios gets the timing just right for the first frag.
X-Chiefs are going to get those players down into the lower site. Danny G, there G has gone in for a kill. Oh, Gump just running with an eagle. Headshot has connected, and that does open up an opportunity now for X-Chiefs. A bomb plant, if nothing. Oh my god, okay. Spudwrecker had no idea. He comes down to the lower site. Where are they? Where have they gone? And Gump gives you a little nasty surprise. Headshot through the window. Bomb plant starting to come through. And now a 3 versus 3. 2 picked up rifles and a deagle in the hands of Humongous. This is not a nice retake to have to try and attempt. This is a round where you seriously could lose this one. And Rooster can't afford to do that. They're about to walk into Blitz and the AK is posted. It's ready, but the AWP is so quick from Chelios. Now the AWP is the only rifle in play. And well, Gump has had an incredible round so far with 3. He might try and get all 5, but he's finally taken out. Danger's wrecked him. And now it's all on Humongous up from the control room window. And they've got the lead. He's taking damage from the AWP, and Chelios with a USP. There were so many chances there for X-Chiefs to pick that one up, Hawker. But in the end, they just don't hit their shots.
Yeah, with Blitz playing so close to ramp there, I thought we might see the flash in for him. They had a couple of flashes to work with. I thought they were going to use that utility to play proactively. That doesn't happen for them, though. He goes ahead and sits there waiting on the angle. Rooster able to clear him out. I do like the call from X-Chiefs, though, in that round. When they only have the pistols, when they only have the half-buy, they do fully commit behind the secret smokes. They test the waters. They test to see what those rotations look like from the CTs, what the response looks like from the Roosters side. Do they have the protocols in place to react to the secret play? And honestly, in that round, it didn't look like they were fully aware of the secret drop that fast. As we said, Spudwrecker getting caught out of position on the ramp rotate. So that's something you could potentially try to exploit again as we go back into these gun rounds. Oh, this is a different setup on ramp.
Yeah, getting Spud Record boosted up. And Shipka pushing towards the lobby. No one spotted on his initial peek out. Got smoke at the ready as well to slow things down again. X-Chiefs are going into that standard slow default they've been rocking. And Chelios down at Secret with the All Poker.
It's been here so many times. And oftentimes they don't test him on the yard plays. There are a couple of players here in this round, but it looks much more likely to be a split into A.
There it comes. Shipka is burning at the back of the side. The flash is starting to come in, and Shipka is under a little bit of pressure. Gonna try and spray them down. As one kill for Humongous. Shipka has been torn out without really much of a hole going his way. And X-Chiefs, they've got themselves huge advantages inside of the site. That one-way has been deployed by Danny G. As HG looks to bite off the wall, but luckily Blitz is relatively high on HP. That health has now dropped significantly. Here goes Danny G, jump down. Humongous is blind. Okay, Danny G, that's a huge play. And now he's got another one. That is just the best highlight you will see most likely today. That is just beautiful from Danny G.
Oh, just flying in for those frags. It was looking so good for X-Chiefs. They get the first kill on the A play. They get themselves into the man advantage scenario as they're going for the push. That leaves the A site defenders without that same ability to work together. But somehow, some way, Rooster, with what almost felt like a Hail Mary play, managed to get their way back into it off the back of the individual prowess of Danny G. 6-7. Very close game right here on our first map. X-Chiefs could be about to go back to something slightly faster. On the whole, they've been willing to take some slow rounds, but in this one, they're all set up outside this A site with utility ready.
Shipka on the double initial hold. Humongous trades it out. There's not going to be enough of a trade. It's going to be the man advantage for Rooster, followed up again. Danger pushing down in towards Squeaky. Mudriker trying to swoop out from heaven, but 2 kills for Humongous and Blitz. Right back to equal odds again, and a whiff! A whiff from Dangerous once again. Danny G's job to try and win the round. He's been able to find one so far. And he's got the perfect read. Danny G has a big brain, and it's bulging out of his head right now. 7-7, we're tied up once more.
Danny G making all the difference in these late round scenarios for his team. And that could be why Rooster go into the half with the lead, as long as they can win one more round here on their CT side. So important that they got a couple more rounds towards the end of this half too, and X-Chiefs have a limited buy because of it. A couple of AKs in there, but it's Chelios who's going to try and fight aggressive towards it.
Stepped up to another level in these last few rounds. Another multi-kill. And X-Chiefs are about to come out of this half on the opposite side that they wished to be. And to be honest, Hawker, where I expected them to be with their performance in the first few rounds. But Rooster displaying great ability. Blitz is alone. Luckily, they're not too far over the top, but eventually they will. It's 7.5, and time for a short break as we head into the second half. We'll see if Rooster can do it. We'll see if they can pick up Nuke.
Cái chiếc từ gồm tay bắp bò bông bông quay bang bang riêng bong bay bay cái chuyện của bang 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 như bông bay bay của bao 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 bắp bắp bà đông đông bắp chiếc từ gồm tay bắp bà ra bắp đi băm ba đêm 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 chiếc đêm băm ba đam đam bao 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 chiếc bao 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 chạy bao 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 ba. A chica, foot. A chica, foot. A chica, She's on fire. She's on fire. Like standing in the sun, you really feel the heat. I break a sweat just like every time we meet. That girl is blazing hot. She's burning up the spot. She's tearing up the floor. I'm loving what she's got. Go. I gotta take my chances. I like the way she dances. She should get up so good, just like the shoulder should. Shoulder should, shoulder should. She's on fire. 1,000 degrees. She's on fire. I'm feeling the heat.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half. It's 7 for Rooster as they lead the way in this series. Hawker, we did not expect this, especially with how XGs are playing in that first half, but Rooster, they just have so many good players right now.
All showing up across the board. Couple of key rounds from Danny G at the end there to make sure they got into this position. This is a pistol round buy where 3 players on Rooster haven't invested. They've invested into the nades with no Kevlar, and it should work for them to get this bomb plant early.
So that's at least, if they lose this round, they will have enough money for a force buy in the second. But with this 5v5 retake scenario, they are looking for the round win. They're down inside of the site. They've got good positions. X-Chiefs are waiting for some aggression. Both of these teams are looking for 1 kill before they go. Eventually, you've just got to pull off the plaster and go. And now they're diving right into the site. It's going to be 1 coming in quickly for Soju, but the rest of the squad have got enough. And that's going to be X-Chiefs with it on the board. They tied up with a retake. The majority of the kills went their way. And I think it was awesome just to see them initiate those fights as well, Hawker. You know, we're just sitting there in a stalemate for a long time. Eventually, you just got to go. You just got to jump down from heaven and just start taking fights.
I'm so intrigued to see how this approach works for Rooster, though, because like you said, without spending the money on the Kevlar, you get the bomb plant, and you've got some really good money in the bank. I think Danny G specifically had $4,000 or so because they didn't invest into the armor. So they've got 3 premium rifles, including an SG, out into the hands of Chelios for this one. So he could definitely have the range advantage with that scoped rifle. There is a scout on the other side, but all in all, you could definitely make the case that Rooster have the better buy here.
Yeah, certainly. I don't even think it's much of an argument at this point. The Krieg is going to be unmatched in this long-range fight. He's watching down into a secret. Blitz has to be perfect. He will get some info on the shoulder peak, so they know at least there's a Krieg in play. And that is a little worrying. Now, for XGs, they have to worry about the fact that, okay, we're going up against a good buy right now. We got to worry about AKs, got to worry about an SG. XGs have to be ready for this, and they don't have too much utility to delay, as we're still got a minute on this clock. Rooster are going to go for an outside execute.
Yeah, they have just enough utility to make this happen. 3 smokes. They've made sure they do prioritize some nades, and that is the difference of saving that extra money on the pistol and not buying the Kevlar. A few extra $100 across the board means you get good utility alongside the rifles in this force buy round. And now with the yard smokes at the ready, 32 seconds remaining, they have to make sure they get a move on here on the Rooster side.
They're just gonna walk on the other side of the smokes as they try and push into main. That'll be the split for Rooster on the inside. Soju under a lot of pressure. Will he crack under it or will he hold? He's got himself one already, but traded out quickly by the SG. A lot of work being done from that upgraded rifle. Spudriker has been picked out. Blitz is on the double kill. Oh, they've shut it down. Just like that, X-Chiefs with everything.
Wow, Blitz went flying up the vents there to get into that position. That is so tough for Rooster to deal with. As soon as he gets the kill after coming up the vents, he's just in a prime position to be able to start to spray towards that site, start to spray towards that player who's planting in the open. They had to be able to deal with that man, but he manages to come through and just force the fights. It was a cool idea coming in from Rooster there. They put themselves in an okay position, but little time left at the end, unable to keep the bomb planter safe. That means the X-Chiefs have every chance to get themselves into a pretty good position here, although it's a force buy again from Rooster.
Four Khalils in play. And that one is 47. Oh, but that is gone. Humongous was so ready for the play through that smoke from Chelios. They're going to just try and test it in a very uncovered position, but it's unexpected. And because of that, the element of surprise allows them 2 quick kills before they're able to trade him out. And now the Rooster play down in the lower bomb site begins. X-Chiefs with a 2-man advantage, and Rooster at this point looking to scrap together what they can. I don't even know if they're going to be able to get into the site. They even try for a bomb plant here because Blitz is in towards control room. It's a difficult angle to force him out of. As soon as he hears that tap, he could just walk up to the window.
That one smoke from Danny G will be used to try and keep himself safe, but as you said, Blitz will look up over the top. No fight given to him, but can Rooster even get into good post-plant positions? They're going to try and swing this. Oh, Gump just lines him up. So hard there. You can't get into good post-plant spots when X-Chiefs have rotated down like that. Where can you go?
Yeah, it's rough because there has been 2 big force buys now for Rooster that really should have been able to find a round win or at least come very close to it, but that's just really well played from X-Chiefs. They took that initial kill towards outside. Chelios had no chance with the AK. And at that point, Rooster...
Plan, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. The fact that... Did they go again? Do they run it back 3 times the charm? Maybe they're gonna pull the Bulgarians. We got to see them last night playing in the Intel Extreme Masters qualifiers. They've been forced by every round, so we'll see if that's gonna be the case here for Rooster.
Can't blame them for forcing again here. You know you're in a position where if you just do win one of the rounds, then it can make all the difference. The CTs might not have perfect money in the bank, considering the pressure that you put on them, and the nades aren't even bad this time. They've taken some Galils to get that extra utility. Here comes Blitz on the yard aggression, though. He has a lot of information, but Danny G's already got an entry kill.
Lovely pick for Rooster, but it has been traded out again. Spudriker going down to Blitz. A couple players have got down the vent. Not everybody, and most importantly, not the bomb. The bomb is still stuck in lobby. Humongous is going to stay up. Oh my goodness, Gump's going into hut. He's going to find Danger. Danger has the bomb on his back, and now he's in danger. He's going to get pushed. Humongous has found him, and that's going to be the bomb down. Well, it's a nightmare here for Rooster. The one player you want to get to safety is that bomb carrier. And now the rest of the squad have to figure out how to get that back.
It dropped so far into hut, too. You're exposed to those rafters angles if you want to go and get that bomb, which is a scary spot to be in. So Rooster may wait for some other players to put some pressure on. Chelios caught out by Humongous, though. He was just about able to react to that angle. And with Danny G still down the vents, Shipka's going to have a tough time grouping up with him, but at least he's got the bomb into his hands.
Oh, no!
Where's he going?
It's gone into main. Oh, we've all done that before, haven't we? Oh, Shipka. He's going to start pushing forward. Blitz in old veg. Kill here for Shipka. Indeed it will be. 10 seconds, no other chance, but he has to go for the plant. Humongous is still here. He's still waiting. And an execution on the cards. X-Chiefs will find themselves another, and the 4 spies, they have to come to a close now. They didn't get a bomb plant that. They didn't steal away enough money for the buy. So there's war of attrition. The 4 spies, all the opportunities that Rooster had, they get nothing out of it, Hawker. And it's put Chiefs in a position where they should be looking at 12 on the board.
And it's going to give X-Chiefs some breathing room now, some daylight in this map that has been so close so far. Danny G has got 1 hero AK, and there are some nades with this buy for Rooster, so definitely still a world in which they can make this a competitive round. Looks like they want to set up these nades in towards A. Damage done by Soju, but he's going to get flashed, and oh, his teammate keeps him safe.
3 versus 3 because of that. That bomb plant trying to be stolen away here, Rooster. Is this going to be the round? Is this the one where they pick it up? 4th time lucky, that's not a saying. But I guess Rooster are going to try and make it one. Through heaven with 2 players. Chelio shuts them both down. Humongous left in the 1v3 clutch. And this time it's taking so far now at this point. Humongous has got a kit, but absolutely no utility. And 3 players to try and find. They are all low, but they're not peeking. They're not giving him a chance, and Rooster will get themselves 9 rounds, Hawker. That is why persistence is key, right? You just keep buying, you keep getting yourself in those situations. Eventually, Rooster win a round here. And the money isn't that good for the CTs. It's not awful, but it's not in a great position.
Oh, one of the players even dies to the bomb at the end there for Rooster, because they were all so low. Such a shame for Soju. He's spamming that smoke towards door, trying to keep them in that choke point of the squeaky door. But because one of the players was already out past it, he was able to get onto the right-hand side, and he wasn't taking damage from the spam. So once Soju starts reloading at that old vent spot, Rooster know that they can just force these fights. And even if they do die to the other players on the A hold, they're going to have a better chance to take some fair 1v1s and trade their teammates while that man is reloading. X-Chiefs down to a low buy in this one, and they've already lost their first man and the second.
Oh yeah, Chelios is having fun now. Ramp up the performance. A 3rd kill for Chelios. This is more like it from Rooster. And after all those lost 4 spy attempts, just 1. They barrel right back into another. And now 11-10 on the board. Maker's looking to try and take something out of this round. Whether you can get it is another question. And trigger discipline. Doesn't have too much to lose here, just a deagle. Got plenty of cash in the bank as well. It's actually probably the better option is trying to take a kill here. No matter the situation. And here's the footsteps towards Garage. Chelios is low on HP. You do not want to be peeking at Danny G's position. Not expected in the end by Maker. He will go down. 11-10 Hawker. And Rooster are right back in the second half.
Well, we figured that Nuke would be a fairly close map. These teams played it a couple of days ago. Rooster won it 16-14. They played it a month prior. It was 16-11. So no surprise that both teams have double-digit rounds already. And they are barely separated right now. Back to the yard smokes for Rooster early in this one. Humongous is looking for the aggressive angle. No one following up on those yard smokes as it stands for Rooster. Soju has to be ready again. He's blind.
Danny G, this time is a player for the opening. The Gumpies one, but only one. Humongous now stepping up in the rest. Shipgut, good work done. He's going to throw that itchy up into heaven. It's going to soar through and just about keeps Blitz alive as he gets out of the doorway. A 3 versus 2 with the bomb plant starting to come in for Rooster. They have got that advantage into this reset attempt. No hit in sight right now for these 2 players, but Maker has found Chelios. Blitz is about to set up that classic one-way that allows him to try and enter through heaven, but his teammate's gone down. And Blitz realizes on the health that he's currently got, he has to be even careful. Dropping down from heaven. He wants to be silent doing this as well, not wanting to give away his position, because he wants that up into the next round. And so, we are once again tied up on the board. Both of these teams are fighting tooth and nail right now, trying to get through to the main event. DreamHack Open 46 only has 1 more spot available for the Oceanic teams. And it's going to be one of these guys heading there.
Looks like Rooster feel they found a weakness in this CT setup too. They continue to go back towards Squeaky, and Soju continues to spam that smoke or just get blinded off that angle. They're able to rush their way out through door. The flash was so good. Soju was completely caught in the open. He's been playing towards that old vent position pretty frequently so far, so it might be time to switch that up and start playing a different spot, because clearly Rooster know how to deal with him in that position. This is a tactical timeout taken by ex-Chiefs, so maybe they themselves are figuring out if they need to switch up their positions ahead of this one.
It is tense here on Nuke. I did say coming into this one, I feel like ex-Chiefs need to pick up Nuke here. It's a map that they should have an advantage on, but it looked like the loss 16-4 against Order was not a pretty sight. So that is a little worrying for the future. Rooster performing well on the first map. They're going to be running out in towards the A side. Danny G with a little pickup, but it's just pistols here. When I say just pistols, it's Deagles in the hand of Soju. And that has delivered 2 kills. Humongous at his team with another one. And it's all Spudwrecker. This is not a round you can afford to lose, Rooster, especially with how close this game has been. This one, it looks like it's almost locked in. Truly a 12th round for ex-Chiefs.
No bomb for Spudwrecker. So he's just looking for a different angle of approach. With only 2 CTs up though, the more time Spudwrecker takes, the more difficult it is for ex-Chiefs to watch all these positions. They realize the bomb's down the vents though, so that is going to be their port of call. But Soju was watching heaven. That's why Spudwrecker just cuts the noise completely. They don't know where he could be. He gets the drop on the first man, but now he has to figure out how to get Humongous out of the vents, and he'll try to go all the way round from ramp. Humongous may be ahead of him though.
Oh, Humongous. He's just in the vent, now rotating down in towards Decon. That bomb nowhere near Spudwrecker. If you had the bomb, maybe a slight chance, but... And this is now looking unwinnable, because even if he gets to the bomb, is there even going to be time? And if he does get the bomb, he has to put that down on the site immediately if there is time. Yeah, I don't think he makes it though, Hawker.
I think he might.
Close.
Oh, dip.
Yeah. I mean, you were right. Yeah, I think he did make it on time. I just think he didn't push far enough into the site there, unfortunately. But at least he gets the open in the next round. Some sort of positive out of that 1-4 Rooster. But you can't really afford to lose to Deagles like that at 11-11. That's just a heartbreaking round to lose.
And I said that Soju might want to switch up his position. Well, in that round, he was playing from behind the silo, and he hit a couple of bangers with the Deag to put them in that position. Just like Harry always says, high headshot percentage means you are the best player. I always get a high headshot percentage, Dinko.
3 of 3
I may only
kills.
have, yeah, exactly. I may have the least kills, but they're all good ones. They're all headshots.
All in the pistol, of course. I mean, that's just a fact, though. You know, it's all about style points. Who cares how many kills you get? As long as they're all headshots, doesn't really matter. 12-11 on the board. It is going to be ex-Chiefs in the lead and finding it in a pretty unlikely fashion. As they come into this one, Rooster will be looking to try and dispel any momentum that might start to come ex-Chiefs' way. They have got that off that was saved over. So that's certainly going to be a big factor for them coming into this. We'll see if Cellos can make it sing at the beginning of the round, and oh my god, that is terrible.
Yeah, that's a tough start to the round, we will say. Ex-Chiefs up a man early, and they didn't have to work too hard for it. Humongous has been so solid here. You said earlier he's their highest rated player in this qualifier. 25 kills here on this map again, showing his class right now. Just very consistently putting up the frags too. They've been spread across so many rounds. Always feels like he's getting 1 or 2 for his team. Blitz holding this angle with the orb, unable to react in time, but he will get back to safety.
Oh, danger. A lovely headshot. Bullets has been found because of it, and now Danger continuing his march down into the lower bomb site. Smoke is going to go out towards the double door. Soju pulling himself down into B as well. 25 seconds with the bomb locked in. Rooster have won the round. X-Chief scared away into the safe call. We'll carry weapons into the next one. But we're looking at 12-12 Hawker. Rooster love a close game, don't they? They love a close affair. An OT may be on the cards. We've seen plenty of them in this tournament so far for them.
Massive impact from Danger on those kills. Rooster able to get into ramp pretty quickly. Shipka was the man who got that first frag to get them that full ramp room control, because there was a player who was rotated in. And then even though X-Chiefs had two players down on that lower site, stacked together towards ramp to try and fight on either side, Danger hits them with AK headshots. And one of them was the AWP Blitz, I believe, just holding and waiting for the fight to come to him. So that's just some great reactions from the AK of Danger to get both of those kills. And honestly, that's a lot of what this game has come down to, Dinko. It's been a lot of individual moments, a lot of big individual plays right here. Rooster obviously are liking to stick together as a team to help make those individual plays happen. But it has been the stars of the show that have definitely won a lot of rounds for either side. Humongous forced to go aggressive, and Danger flush him out because of it. X-Chiefs unable to get a proper fight together in this one. Oh no, Maker, if only he had a better weapon, that would have been a free kill guaranteed. Instead, this round will be going against them quite convincingly.
Oh, Soju at least mauling a couple on the way out, but he will be sent out. 13-12. X-Chiefs do have money though, so an investment will start to come through for them. There will be the AWP out for Blitz. M4 is around it. AUG can play as well. It has been so impressive from Danny G so far on this map. Humongous as well, continuing his solid performance as an individual in this competition. That door is going to be smashed open straight away. It's Squeaky. Rooster sending that util out early. No slow, methodical, silent play at the beginning this time. Rooster just bombarding the A site with utility from the get-go, but they're not going to go with it just yet.
I'm glad we're seeing Soju play top hut this round. I think that's a position that could be really powerful against the way that Rooster have been playing some of these rounds. If they go for that lurk smoke, you can see in above it. You can see if they're trying to sneak out behind that smoke towards Squeaky. So good to see that Soju has switched up his position. Chelios just out-muscling his opponent on ramp. Maker's been forced back. He didn't want to take that fight. He's feeling the pressure of that ramp position, where you know as a CT, if you die, you can just give up the B site entirely. But with it only being Chelios here, this is a big area of the map that X-Chiefs have to be concerned about right now.
Rooster gonna start sending players back over towards ramp, and I think Rooster is happy right now just playing this timeout, but eventually they're gonna start losing players. They got players all over the shop, but they're gonna start losing those members quickly if they're disjointed. Now they attack through, they need Chelios to make this work, and there's no one even here for him to find. Danny G has just swept up the defense straight away with two blistering headshots again. The site taken for Rooster. The round taken as well. X-Chiefs are on the save call. This is starting to get real rough for X-Chiefs on Nuke. We're looking at 14 in the barrel for Rooster.
And they had to figure out the play on the fly there on the Rooster side, and they managed to do so. They managed to realize that the A split was likely a good call for them. Chelios had that flank going, but as you said, wasn't even needed. Danny G with two stunning entries out onto A. And that A site has been a problem position for X-Chiefs so far. They haven't been able to hold it as well as they would want. In one of the earlier rounds, they stacked it heavily on the half buy, and that led to some success. But in these standard gun rounds, when they're going for their standard hold, it hasn't been too successful for them. And that has to change for X-Chiefs here. They are 14-12 down on their map pick. And they're in a position where their money isn't ideal going into this round either.
Yeah, it's a rough one. You got enough for a decent amount because of the save, but this is definitely going to be a difficult round to hold. Soldier's done well towards the outside aggression. It's just one kill though for him. Shipka able to trade that out pretty effectively. Not only that, but Shipka gets away. And now Rooster look to try and pressure in towards the A side. They've actually traded up position. Shipka is going to get that information for them. They don't actually know that there has been a play in towards lobby. But Shipka should get the info very shortly, but he goes back outside instead, and that is going to cost him his life. Blitz is able to bring him down. Luckily, Rooster in the lower site right now looking for the bomb plant. They are a player down here, Hawker.
And there is a kit available for X-Chiefs in the hands of Blitz, so that means they can afford to take a bit more time to start to set up this retake attempt, and they need that time because they are just now getting into position to start attempting this retake.
And Danny G holding the control of window peak. Oh my god, okay, humongous. Just a drive-by shot right to the window. Another whiff shot from Danger puts it all onto Spudwrecker in a 1 versus 3. And though he is good, this is just a little step in the wrong direction. Too many plays, too many angles to worry about. He gets a double kill, he does extremely well. But that defuse is damn close and it's not going to be enough, Hawker. He did enough, he delayed long enough, and you spoke about the time. The fact it takes so long getting into the retake, it cost them in the end.
And you feel like it's going to be enough for them because they have 3 players alive. You assume Blitz is going to get on the bomb and the other players can just hold this position. But Spudwrecker just gets that second kill quickly enough. On the edge of that smoke, he spots that man out. What a round from him when his team needed him most. He gives them 15 and gives them 3 map points and 3 chances to steal away their opponent's pick.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. The man with the kick goes down and you're left with Gump trying to pick it up. And it's map point now for Rooster. As we're heading into what might just be the last round of Nuke. Soldier's pushed early on in towards Hut. Danger on the outside of it, holding the lobby walkthrough. Shot goes past Danny G. Dodging the bullets, it's Chelios that has found the first kill of the round. He immediately tosses that Molotov down into hell, so Gump can't make the rotation over. He can't do anything about this play if they want to go down into the B site from ramp. So with 1 minute and 5 seconds left, it looks like Rooster have everything they could possibly want. They have the map to play with, they have the advantage. This should be theirs, Hawker. This is their round to lose.
This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. You feel pressured in that ramp position sometimes because you know if you go down, there is so much of the map lost. That's what happens here, and Rooster have a chance to set up the trades, and as long as they can play this post-plant wisely, they should be good to take Nuke.
Well, that's the first pick untraded so far. Now Danger's position is pushed on 2 sides, and that's going to allow 2 kills for the CTs. Back into this retake, so far so good. Finally, Danny G has got 1, but that's not going to be enough. It's now just Chelios in a 1 versus 2. The bomb is ticking and Chelios is not in the best position to try and deal with that post-back bits. He's kept him occupied. The defense coming through, but off the bomb. Gump this time gets back onto it. There's no time again. Absolutely not. Again, Gump with no time. 2 rounds in a row now, Hawker. It's unfortunate to see. Well, we're going back in for map number 2 after the break. You guys do not want to miss this action. We're continuing here.